What's up? That's right. I use pretty much just beginner woodworking tools to run over $100,000 woodworking business. This camera is really short. I'm gonna share with you which tools, why I use these tools, and how they're making me money and I believe smarter and or better at the craft. So let's get rolling. We've got your classic DeWalt table saw. Right next to it, you got your Ryobi table saw. Ryobi. That's how you know I'm a professional. And over here, you got your DeWalt planer. Was the 735X until I broke it and they replaced it with a regular 735. You got your DeWalt DCF 809 impact. You got your DeWalt DCD 708 drill. You got your random box of drill bits from Home Depot and Amazon. You got a brand new bottle of Type Bond 3. You got your Bosch GKF 125CE router with your Miles Craft edge guide on it. You got your wall here of your very expensive Harbor Freight clamps. You got yourself a rigid shop vac and a DeWalt 5-inch orbital sander. And you got a sturdy yet comfortable chair from Applebee's that's over 30 years old. So you may have noticed that these are all pretty much job site tools, except for that, which, you know, I'm not a contractor, so maybe it is a job site tool. I'm not gonna go into depth onto any of these tools and why in particular I would recommend having them. I do have a few other tools in the shop that I've acquired later, but mostly they just sit there and do nothing, except for my dust collection. I had to buy a big dust collection system because I moved into the city limits and the city said, we're gonna fine you if you don't have very adequate dust collection. So I said, fine. Now, why would I not upgrade my miter saw, you might ask? Or why am I using Ryobi anything? You saw the thumbnail, I make over $100,000. Surely I can afford a bigger or better miter? Or anything. Sure, I could have, but I would be missing out on two extremely important things. The first of which is cash. When you buy a tool, you spend money. Buy cash, or if you're buying with debt, buy limit. But the first reason, money, while important, isn't the biggest reason. I also have a strategy, I'll link to it in the description, for how to use credit cards to get free stuff in your woodworking business and how I've done that specifically with that dust collection system back there. The second is limitations. Limitations breed creativity. But don't take it from me, here's what those nerds at Harvard have to say about it. Constraints provide focus and a creative challenge that motivate people to search for and connect information from different sources to generate novel ideas for new products, services, or business processes. I'll put the link to the article in the description. To apply that here, it forces you to learn or create new things instead of relying upon a tool, literally making you smarter and better at what you do. This is how new tools get created, right? So who knows what you could invent or create when you're operating under limitations? So look, the other big reason that I think limitations are great to have is decision fatigue. I get lost in the sea of choices I have to make every day, all the way from putting my shirt on in the morning to deciding how much I'm going to charge a customer for a specific custom project. In this world where we're surrounded literally by thousands of choices, from the coffee we drink to the pants that we wear sometimes to the toothpaste that we use once a week, we have to take some of the decisions out of our day to free up our brain and allow for more important decisions to be made. As the longer the day goes and the more decisions you've had to make and had to choose between, the worse your decision-making abilities become and the more unmotivated or demotivated you are. Now, all that to say, some of this I learned the hard way. In the beginning, I loved looking at tools, and there's no problem with that, but I did spend a ton of time doing it, and when you do it more and more, you end up buying some of those things. And I made some really dumb decisions early on because I thought I needed something and I really didn't, such as this tool. Great tool, didn't need it. This tool right here, great tool, don't really use it very often. This tool, it's a horizontal boring machine. Nothing wrong with it, just didn't need it. This tool, fantastic jet shaper, absolutely, didn't need it, haven't used it clearly. Pieces like this pretty much just come from those original tools I showed you. It took me a long time to realize this, but I'm not limited by the tools or the money I have. I'm limited by my brain and what I force myself to do and force myself to learn. It's tempting to fall for the lie that you have to have bigger or better tools before you can be a legit business or make really cool, legit things, or even make any money at all. Don't fall for the great marketing of these big companies. Unless you want to, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. I'm not your dad or your mom, if you don't have a dad. But please don't use the phrase, I can't do this without this tool as a crutch, because that's just a lie. Odds are you're way smarter than me and can make way more money than me. I'm just a donk in a workshop here with basically this one set of furniture right here in front of you.